Warning: the following video is raw and unscripted. Ranting and rambling may occur. Viewer discretion is advised.
Don't let the ghosts and the ghouls disturb you.
Nightmare on Woodsboro Lake presents On This Day in Horror.
Hey guys, it's just Josh from Nightmare on Woodsboro Lake, welcoming you to my very first episode of On This Day in Horror. Now, originally I intended to release this episode on the 9th. A lot of things got in the way, but I didn't want to skip over this movie that I wanted to talk about. And that is Children of the Corn. Back in 1984. It released on March 9th. Now, just to give you a quick synopsis, it is a movie about a couple being stranded out in Nebraska while being hunted by these little Bible slinging demonic children who believe everyone over the age of 18 should be killed. There is even a disturbing scene where two slightly older children procreate. Now, this is a story by Stephen King. We all know how far he can take things, and that's totally cool. I'm okay with it. But yeah, quite a movie. It spawned several sequels, and overall just made for a very interesting franchise, if I must say. I mean, just the thought of these kids having no adults around, and anyone that is around that's an adult is murdered. All in the name of, things of the Bible and stuff, when really there are darker forces at work in this little town. I think it's called Gatlin, Nebraska. I think they're led by a young kid named Isaac. His frickin' preacher hat. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie, but I just remember thinking, especially during that scene where there was two preteens going at it, I was like, holy shit, that's fucked up. Yeah. Gosh. Since it's been so long, I'm going to have a little bit of aid here from, the internet. Because, like I said, it's been such a long time since I've seen it. That first part was right off the top of my head, what I could remember. But we'll get a little more into some facts. So yeah, it is the main character, or the main villain here is Isaac, and it is in Nebraska. And it is about a young couple on a road trip who end up in Gatlin, Nebraska, and are trapped there by these demonic children. So, looks like they've got some fun facts here for you. Some trivia. On the dashboard of the young couple's car is a copy of Night Shift. the Stephen King short story collection in which Children of the Corn originally made its first appearance. Um, let's see here. I guess there's some alternate version information. So the director's initial cut was much longer than the version that eventually made it to theaters and video. And among that missing footage, there is a longer prologue where there are several other um, murders on screen. Um, one, which was a police officer at the local police station who gets his throat slashed um, and then stabbed in the chest, and a farmer who is hacked to death outside his barn by a group of pickaxe wielding teens. So, yeah, they really don't like adult figures for sure. Um, there is a scene between Sarah and Job's parents before the slaughter. They discuss over breakfast Sarah's drawings of an upcoming massacre that's going to take place and how it makes them feel like something bad's about to happen, which something bad is going to happen. um, and then there is a scene where Isaac prays to He who walks behind the rose and receives a horrific vision of his impending fate, which that totally jogged my memory of the whole He who walks behind the rose. I remember them mentioning that quite a bit in both the original version and the more, it's still a long ways back, but the more recent update to those films. But yeah, the whole time these kids are like claiming it's all works of, of their god, of the He who walks behind the rose, and they're quoting scriptures as before they kill these adults, and they think that in their perfect world, uh, adults don't need to exist, which in some cases that's true. If you think about it, children are very truthful and very honest and unconditional, like they might get mad at you, but they get over it. And there's so many great qualities about children. And a lot of people start to lose that as they reach adulthood. So, I mean, I guess that is, you can consider it in that sense, but not to the extent that these children go to make their world adult free. Sorry, I just got back from the gym a little bit ago, um, and it's pretty late, so I'm quite tired. But I wanted to, test the waters with this, and so my goal for these videos is to pick a movie that was released on that specific day in a different year. Give a quick synopsis, my thoughts on the film, and just some fun facts, and see how that goes. I haven't really seen anybody else doing that out on the internet, so I figured I'd give it a shot. This is just the pilot episode for that. So obviously it's rough around the edges, and especially being since I haven't seen Children of the Corn in such a long time, and also the fact that this video is coming out later than I originally anticipated. So, like I said, a lot of things in life got in the crosshairs, and this kind of took backseat. But overall, my thoughts on the film, from what I can remember, it is a pretty interesting, unique film. You know, Stephen King really likes to think outside the box. I mean, I love Stephen King. I love all the stories he writes, and I love a lot of the film like adaptations of some of these, books. Um, like I do love, I believe it was Skinwalkers, um, with the whole mom son, they're cat creatures, and they need to gain life force from virgins, and so they go from town to town doing that, and the way they transfer energy is a little awkward, being that the son and the mother are having sex to do so. But overall, it's a good film. I really enjoyed that one. And Christine, of course. Um, I enjoyed the two-part miniseries of It, with Tim Curry. And I do like the new version as well. Um, they both hit in different ways. You know, they have their pros and cons for sure. Langliers. I mean, dude has so many stories and so many good stories. So um, this definitely doesn't like shy away from the rest of those. And like I said, Stephen King likes to take it a step further than most people would, and he definitely thinks outside the box. And I think that's why he has been such a fantastic author for so long. Um, if I was to give Children of the Corn a rating, based on what I can remember, I'm sure if I rewatch it, no movie is gonna ever be like the perfect film. So I'm sure I'll have my quarrels. Um, but I will be fair enough to say, from what I can remember and just for its uniqueness, I will definitely give it a 7.5. Um, because there are definitely some scenes that make you very uncomfortable. I mean, there are films that have done worse, but it definitely does the job at some of it making you feel a little awkward watching. Especially, like I said, that film or that scene in the film with the two younger kids making love. I know I'm referencing that a lot, but that is the scene that sticks out the most to me, that made me feel just ever so slightly uncomfortable. I mean, I understand that that's the point, so it didn't bother me to an extreme, because he likes to push the envelope, and I knew that going into, each film that he does. He likes to make you squeamish. He likes to make you, you know, kind of caught off guard. So yeah, I stand by that rating, 7.5. If you've seen the film, I'd love to see what you think below. Um, Obviously, I gave away that one scene, but like, um, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's definitely worth at least one watch. Um, and that might be it for you. I mean, I definitely feel like I need to go rewatch it, um, to get back that appreciation and just to jog my memory, because like I said, it has been a very, very long time since I've seen that film. But yeah, that was released March 9th, 1984, and we all know it's based on a book by Stephen King, and the screenplay was by George Goldsmith, and some of the main characters, for sure. Here you have, who played Isaac? John Franklin. I wonder how old he is nowadays. um, let's see. Oh God, he was born in 1959. So yeah, he's on in his 60s now. He's pretty young when this film was shot, though, for sure. Well, yeah, I mean, he was in his early 20s, so I mean, not super young. He definitely looked pretty young to me. Um, but yeah, definitely give it a watch, like I said, if you haven't. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of Children of the Corn, the original. If you've seen any of the sequels or the remake, um, I'd love to hear your opinions on that as well. Um, so, like I said, this is the pilot episode to On This Day in Horror, which will be a new segment that I will be doing. We'll definitely smooth things out as we go along here. I kind of hit the ground running with this one, so um, yeah, I look forward to more videos like this at least once a week. So, um, thank you guys for tuning in, for hearing me rant a little. You know, just like my thing says in the beginning, ranting and raving may occur. Viewer discretion is advised, so you know what you're getting yourself into when you hop into one of these videos. Um, but yeah, and if you haven't checked out any of my other videos, please do like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. It would mean a lot to me. I love making new friends and new, um, you know, possible co-hosts of an episode, and just fellow peers in the horror community. So yeah, I would definitely love to get to know you guys. So hit me up, DM me on Instagram. I think my email is listed on here. Check out some of my previous videos. Some of my last videos were I went back and revisited Freddy vs. Jason, the movie Hush on Netflix, as well as The Green Inferno. God, I was drawing a blank. Like I said, it's pretty late. I think it's closer to like 1 o'clock by now. But yeah, go give those videos a watch if you hadn't. Um, and I look forward to chatting with some of you guys. So have a great rest of your night, fantastic weekend, and I will catch you guys later.